We're just going to do this like a mini vlog. In this video, I'm going to be telling you about my top 4 mistakes I've made in the UK, and if I can go back in time, I'm going to redo it all over. So I'm actually going to do this vlog and hope that you guys can learn 1 or 2 things from this video. And if you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Scholastica. I hope you enjoy this vlog, and let us go. So we're about to leave now. Say hello to the hubby. Hello, hubby. And our little princess down there. Say hello, baby. Good girl. Okay, so let's start with the first mistake. Mistake number 1, staying in the care home for 5 whole years. So you guys know that when I came into the UK, I was working in a nursing home because the nursing home pays more money, right? If I had gotten a job in the hospital, my hospital pay would be at most £13 per hour. But in the nursing home, they were willing to pay almost double of that. It's not really double, but almost double of that. So as a smart babe, still in Nigeria then, I was looking for where I was going to get the most money. So I decided to pick the nursing home, and I've been in the nursing home for the past 5 years now. Big mistake, guys. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. And I'm going to tell you why. Because first of all, when you are in the nursing home, you don't even learn any new skills. The career progression is very, very poor. You are stuck as a band 5 because it's very, very rare for you to see positions in band 6. That's like a deputy manager or even a manager. Apart from that, another thing, if you are in the nursing home, it looks like you are stuck with the salary because you keep thinking, if I want to go to the hospital, I'm going to get a drop in pay. In fact, that affected my mind so much. That's why I was stuck there. My initial plan was to just stay there for like 3 years, and then when I want to renew my visa, I'll change to the hospital. I wish I had stuck with that, because when it was time for me to renew my visa and move to the hospital, then they decided to increase our salary. So I was like, why is it now that I want to leave that they will increase the salary? So I decided to stay an extra 2 years, and here we are. 5 years in the nursing home. Now I have my ILRO. I want to do permanent agency shifts, but I can't pick shifts in the hospital because I don't have hospital experience. So you get the gist, right? This is why it is my top mistake. It's at the top there. Like, why did I stay in the nursing home for 5 whole years? Big mistake. If I was to go back in time, I would never ever do that. I would just stick with 3 years so that I don't pay back any money I'm owing to the employer that brought me over to the UK. But after that 3 years, it's done. I'm done. I'm moving over to the next employer, which is the NHS. Even though the NHS salary is not much, but the skills, the benefits, the opportunities, guys. So you see, the money attracted me in the first place, but now I'm stuck. So guys, I saw a comment on that my ILRO video, and the person was saying she wants to renew her visa for another 2 years in the care home, and she wanted me to do this video why I said my top regret is staying in a nursing home for 5 years. So if you are watching this video, please don't do that. Even though the salary is poor now, you will thank me later. Move to the hospital ASAP. Okay guys, we just got to Tesco now, and look at her, she's sleeping already. Oh, she's awake now. Hey baby. Oh, sorry princess, daddy woke you up. Well, let's go shopping. Look at him. Alright, so we're going to leave hobby to shoes, and then we'll go ahead with mistake number 2. So mistake number 2, not traveling enough before having a baby. So when we came into the UK, first of all, we just wanted to save money. Like, that was the first thing on our mind. Work, save money, and then travel later. Big mistake. Now we have a baby, we can't really travel like we want to. So the thing is that when you come into the UK, the first few years, maybe 2 or 3 years, the first 2 to 3 years, ideally the first 2 years, travel as much as you can, because most of the time it will just be you. Even if you have your family back in your home country, you are not going to move with them as soon as possible. You will invite them over later, so you have that freedom to travel and do whatever you want to. But by the time you already have your baby, or when your family is already over, you don't have that freedom anymore. So take for instance, if I was going to be traveling now that there is hubby and baby in the picture, it means I'm going to be paying flight fare for 3 people. We're going to book accommodation to accommodate everybody, and some of the activities that I would like to do, I can't do that with a baby. So you see, travel before you have a baby. So another reason why I'm saying you should travel, if you plan to leave the UK, like let's say for now, you know, I'm planning to go to the US, but probably not now. But because you are in the UK, you have a lot of other neighboring countries around. The EU, other countries are all over the place, so it will be easier for you, actually better for you, faster for you, cheaper for you to go to other places that are not in the UK. But let's say for example, I've moved to the US. If I want to go to Paris, or if I want to go to which other European countries around here, Spain, let's say I want to go to Spain from the US, do you know how much I'm going to pay for that? But if I'm planning to go to Spain from the UK, I'm probably going to spend like £200 for 1 week vacation. That covers flight, accommodation. You get the gist. So one big mistake I made was not traveling enough in the first few years when I arrived in the UK. If I had traveled for like, let's say the first 2 years, I know I'm working, traveling, enjoying my life. These other years, in my 3rd year when I had my baby, I would have been more relaxed. I'll be like, oh, I've already traveled, I've seen the world, I don't have any regrets. But now that I have a baby, I've not gone anywhere, and that is like my biggest regret. So travel when you can. Now let's continue with our shopping, and then we can go for mistake number 3. Look at her, she's sleeping away. So we just finished from Tesco. We need to go to Boots to pick up some things. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys where our tower center is. Okay, so that is actually the tower center. You see it. There's a charity shop around here that we used to patronize the first year we came, guys. We were their customers. We were always going there for everything. But those were those days. Alright, let's go to Boots. Say hello. Take the game.
Hello. Hello.
I'm just going to show you guys Boots Pharmacy. So this pharmacy is the one that we usually use. It's all over the UK. Everybody knows Boots Pharmacy. They have everything. If you can't find it in Boots, you probably can't find it anywhere. Just kidding, but that's what most people think here. So anyway, we're just going to pick up her shake. Chichi likes drinking a lot of shakes. So have they closed? Are you going? I think you have to go into there. Oh, I think they've closed. Oh no, we came too late. I thought it was 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock, not 6. Okay. All right, so we got here late. time we come to this tower center, if we don't do this, she's not going home. Like, she loves this. And these people, they are so smart when they make money. Like, look at this. They just put this here now in the middle of the tower center because they know that parents that are bringing their children, the children would want to like have 1 or 2 rides, and each ride costs £2. 2 whole pounds, guys. Oh, he already paid. Okay, ready? So while we are here, let's just talk about the third mistake. Now, the third mistake I wish I would correct if I can go back in time is not buying the house when we had the chance to. So you guys know that the 4-bedroom house that we were living in before, the landlord wanted to actually sell the house, but we wanted a new house. Actually, we wanted to buy the house, but then at the last minute we changed our mind and decided to get a new house, and the landlord was going to give us that house for a really low price. So it was like a what's the word I'm looking for, like they were giving it to us on a platter of gold, literally. So if we had accepted to buy that house, we would have been a house owner. And the thing is that because the house was old, the location was actually very good, but just because the house was old, we decided not to buy the house and we decided to get a new house instead. Big mistake, because now I'm thinking back and I'm like, if we had gotten that house, even though it was old, then we would have been able to like refurbish it and then flip the house and probably sell it for a large amount of money. So by now that house would have doubled or even tripled its price. So not buying that house was another big mistake. If I can go back in time, I would have bought that house, put it in order, put it up as an Airbnb, or even just flip the house and sell it again. And even now that we are planning to leave for the US, I think it would have been a very good investment. We would have just become a landlord, like rent the house out or do something to the house, but it would have not been, the money that we would have used to buy that house would have not been wasted, because that house was really cheap. And due to the fact that we've lived in that house for a long time, the landlord wanted to just sell it to us. Actually, not the landlord, because the landlord died, and then the sisters wanted to sell the house, and because we were living in the house already, they wanted to just like give it to us. So the house was really cheap. It's just that we did not buy it because we thought it was old. So that was like another mistake. If I can go back in time, I would correct. So here, we're going to end this video here so we can go home and cook. But you guys have it, my top 3 mistakes in the UK. I've made other mistakes, it's just that these 3, anytime I think about them, I'm like, oh, I wish I can go back in time and correct these mistakes or take a different path. But guys, I'm also going to be filming another video about my top money mistakes I've made so far in the UK, so keep an eye out on that one. And until next time, if you are seeing my face for the first time, hello, my name is Scholastica. I make videos about life in the UK, so stick around. Bye. And to all my returning subscribers, you are absolutely fabulous from head to toe, and I love you. Mwah. Until next video, bye. Just look at them, look at them. They make me so happy. All right guys, say bye. Say bye bye. Say bye bye. Say bye bye. Bye bye. I love you. So guys, before we finally go home, I decided to ask Mr. BTS if he has any regrets. BTS means behind the scene. You are always behind the scene saying something, correcting me. That's not how to pronounce it. That's not how to do this. Mr. BTS. So anyway, I decided to ask Mr. BTS what his regrets are. 5 years in the UK, what's that one thing that you wish if you can go back and do it again, you would do it?
I don't think I really have regrets like that, other than not living earlier.
What do you mean not living earlier?
I mean, having to stay to pay for that exorbitant price of ILR, I think it's just too much. I would have just left with my maid and paying them that much is too expensive. I imagine having 3 adults in the family or 4 adults, you have to pay that much for them. It's too much, and having to prioritize it as well. Other than that, I don't have much regrets. I'm probably not buying a house, which you already talked about, when I should have, when I had the opportunity. So, other than that, everything's fine for me here. So.
Okay, I don't have any regrets about the ILR because if we had not paid for that ILR, that would be like 5 years down the drain like that. Unless if, like you said, we had left earlier. But if we had left earlier, I would still, down in me, I would still feel like those 2 years or 3 years we stayed in the UK were wasted. So in a way, I don't have any regrets because by this time next year we should have our British passport, which makes everything worth it at the end of the day. Okay, so time to go home.